I play video games, and anytime I hear something about video games causing violence or any sort of aggression, I utterly disagree with a burning passion because video games don't cause people to attack other people. Yes, it may cause some people to have a quick temper, but when it comes to the games, I wouldn't blame kids attacking other kids over those games. Apparently, boys and girls who have played M-rated games have been recorded that they attacked or beat up other students after playing that game, which I can't find any way to believe because anything can cause physical bullying, such as kids being bullied and literal issues at home. And they could take their anger on the other students, but I'm not saying that they should. But video games aren't to blame in that situation. And for these reasons, I stand negatively resolved on limiting video games because of their possible negative impact on children. In my first point, and according to medicalnewstoday.com, many studies have failed to have factors that actually contribute to kids becoming violent, such as family history and mental health. Plus, most studies do not follow children over long periods of time. Video game experiments often have people playing games as little as 10 minutes, which is not representative of how many people play games in real life and how long they play those games. In many laboratory studies, especially those involving children, researchers must use artificial measures of violence and aggression that do not translate to real violence, such as whether someone should force another person to eat hot sauce or listen to unpleasant noises like dares and whatnot. According to psychologytoday.com, over 150 million Americans and 71% of teens play video games, and there have been 71 mass shootings between 1982 and August 2015, which 9.8% of involved shooters were the age of 18 or younger. Catherine Newman, who has a PhD and is the Dean of Arts and Science at Johns Hopkins University, wrote, "Millions of young people play video games full of fistfights, blazing guns, and body slams. Yet only a minuscule fraction of the consumers become violent," which would make sense because even with a minuscule amount of kids, some of those kids may have issues with bullying and possible issues at home that might result to them resorting to a shooting to get their point across to the administration if it is bullying or possible issues that the administration won't want to hear. According to a Forbes article, by age 7, children can distinguish fantasy from reality and can tell the difference between video games violence and real-world violence. Video game players understand that they are playing a game. Kids see fantasy violence all the time, from Harry Potter to the Minions to Bugs Bunny and Tom and Jerry. Their ability to distinguish fantasy and reality prevents them from mutilating of video game violence into real life. Patrick M. Markey, who has a PhD and is an associate professor of psychology at Villanova University, said this: "Contrary to the claims that violent video games are linked to aggressive assaults and homicides, no evidence was found to suggest that this medium was a major or minor contribution to cases of violence in the United States." Thank you for listening.